Hey guys, in case you're wondering, you're probably saying, man, Dan, where's the big DH2000? Dan Hood wears the same clothes every day. No, I did a whole bunch of these videos all at once. So you guys will see me in the same outfit in a few different videos. Excuse me, even though they're posted on multiple days. Way back when, oh gosh, it's been years. Um, my buddy Raul, Dr. Raul, I won't say, I won't give you his last name. He's a good Facebook friend as well too. Everybody knows him as Brazil Viking. He's out of Brazil. He's a very gifted orthopedic surgeon, and he's also a huge fan of slingshots, and is one of the biggest promoters of slingshots in Brazil. He and I have been friends a long time. I mean, gosh, he's one of the first guys that communicated with me through private message when I joined the forums. Gosh, oh, so far back. I want to say it's probably been 8, 9 years since I got into slingshots. He was one of the first to contact me. We made a trade. I was also happy to see during that time he got married, has a lovely family now. I sent him some stuff, some wedding gifts and whatnot, and a few other things over the years. Well, anyway, he once sent me a beautiful slingshot he had made, but he also sent me an unfinished fork, a guava fork. Those of you who don't know, guava is a fruit, and it's a very strong tree. Not as strong as some of the ones we have here in the U.S., but if you make it chunky enough, everything's fine. And I used to do a lot of guava because I grew up in India. I did a ton of guava when I was in India. Love guava, the fruit, and I love the tree. And guava and mango were the ones that everybody made slingshots out of. So those of you who ever get stuff, ask for mango or guava if you ever can, and it's fun to make because the trees normally branch very evenly and very similar in size on the two forks, and they got a nice angle to them in those two trees for the most part. But anyway, now I put that on the shelf. I kept letting it cure, letting it cure, letting it cure. Had a little mold on the bottom when it first came in, which means it was in a plastic bag, so I had to let it air out and let it cure for a little while longer because it was still a little green. So I left it up there. You know how it is. You got a shelf full of forks, natural forks you mean to work on, and pieces of wood you need to use and all that. And you just kind of forget about everything that's up there, and you just grab what you need when you need it. Well, on the one slingshot forum, they're now having a competition for what they call a bark on natural, which means a natural fork that still has some bark on it once you get done and use it. The intent is that it's just a rough slingshot, like you chopped it out of the tree, sanded off the ends of the forks so that they wouldn't hurt the bands, strap some junk on and get busy shooting. I mean, that's really the most basic of slingshots. Well, this guava fork that I had has always been one of those things where I kept looking at. I could never see how to make a slingshot out of it that didn't leave some of the bark on because of the shape and the size. So I decided to enter this for my bark on competition. Now the thing about Raul, Dr. Raul, is he and I met on a forum, Jorg's forum, which is very heavily invested in pistol style grip slingshots. And the slingshot that Doc sent me was also a pistol grip. So I decided when I used this guava fork, because of the way it naturally sat and the way it pulled things together, more of a pistol grip was the way to go. So here it is. Okay. You can see the bark still on it in a lot of places. You can see it's a over the top pistol grip. if I had wanted to, which I didn't want to because I'm an over the fork shooter, I could have cut in here and made it through the fork as well. Same on both sides. But I would have lost some of the thing. As you can see, it's designed to sit in the hand and take up the whole hand. Okay? Kind of like very similar to Bill Hayes' Taurus. For those who haven't shot that one, the Taurus is a very nice slingshot that's designed to pretty much fill the hand. So's the PPMG, I think, the one that Gamekeeper does. It's not a straight up pistol grip. It's more like a pistol grip with a web for the hand, for the top two fingers. You still hold it kind of like this, and then I made it all fit down here. Sanded it to about, I think it was 1,000 grit. Did my standard rub with any kind of finishing oil mixed with finishing wax, and then buff it out, and it gives it a very smooth finish, very nice finish, but at the same time it lets the wood naturally age. But anyway, Doc, sorry it took so long to build this, but man, it's a beautiful fork now and it shoots great. Sorry for the long video, guys, but there's a lot of information here, okay? And this goes way back into my history of slingshot shooting. Take care.